Recently, the executive branch attempted an aggressive maneuver to dismantle 157 years of legal precedent, aiming to end birthright citizenship with a single executive order. Chief Justice John Roberts issued a strict legal rebuke to the administration, making it clear that the Constitution is not easily bypassed. As he put it, "It's a new world. It's the same Constitution." This legal collision forces us to ask a difficult question. Who actually gets to decide who belongs to a nation? To answer that, we have to look at the two operating systems used worldwide. This diagram contrasts the two legal models. On one side, jus soli, the right of the soil. On the other, jus sanguinis, the right of blood. If we map these systems out, you see a sharp geographic divide. The Americas rely almost entirely on the soil framework. Meanwhile, Europe, Asia, and Africa base national belonging primarily on ancestry. Moving away from the soil system is a massive transfer of power. It takes the guarantee of citizenship out of the Constitution and gives politicians the authority to weaponize a person's ancestry to decide if they get to keep their home. In 1868, immediately following the Civil War, the United States made a deliberate choice to adopt the soil framework. The architects of the 14th Amendment were looking at millions of formerly enslaved Africans and their children. They needed a legal mechanism to guarantee these communities could fully participate in society without relying on the goodwill of hostile politicians. They engineered a permanent constitutional right. By making citizenship automatic upon birth, they guaranteed that no future government could legally reduce a minority group to a permanent underclass. To see what happens when countries rely on bloodlines, look at post-colonial East Africa. Nations like Tanzania and Uganda gained independence in the early 1960s, and they tied their new citizenship rules directly to indigenous ancestry. That immediately exposed multi-generational Asian communities. A person could be born in Dar es Salaam, but because the government didn't recognize their bloodline, they were legally stranded. This legal vulnerability reached a breaking point in Uganda in 1972 under dictator Idi Amin. Amin weaponized the blood requirement to instantly reclassify and expel up to 80,000 people of Asian descent. Many of these families had lived in Uganda for generations, yet the lawlessness. When the country you are born in rejects your ancestry and your ancestral nation doesn't claim you, you fall into a legal gap. You systematically lose access to a passport, the right to work, and basic state protection. Tying belonging to ancestry creates a built-in legal mechanism for ethnic cleansing. The American constitutional shield exists specifically to block these kinds of sudden, hostile political shifts from devastating minority populations. Today, the political push to end birthright citizenship in the U.S. relies heavily on the claim of rampant birth tourism and systemic criminal abuse. We can audit these claims. This visualization represents all 3.6 million babies born annually in the U.S. Out of that block, births to non-resident foreign nationals is estimated between 10 and 33,000. That is less than 1% of total births. There is also a major legal misunderstanding of how the system works. Birthright citizenship does not grant undocumented parents legal status. It offers zero immunity. The parents of a U.S. citizen child can still be deported. Dismantling a constitutional protection over a statistical anomaly is a severe systemic overreaction. It does nothing to address adult immigration violations, and instead legally punishes innocent children. If executive action successfully halts the 14th Amendment, the immediate legal impact will hit roughly 200,000 infants every single year. The burden of this policy would fall highly disproportionately on specific demographics, heavily impacting families of Hispanic and Asian descent. This chart projects the compound growth of that policy over time. By the year 2050, it shows the United States actively creating a disenfranchised, stateless population of 6.4 million American-born people. The Constitution's architects anticipated leaders trying to bend the rules. They engineered the document specifically to withstand those temporary, erratic political impulses. Birthright citizenship is the ultimate defense against ethno-nationalism. By anchoring belonging firmly to the soil, the system ensures that no human being is ever born a stranger in their own home.